So as of late, I've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of DMs, a lot of comments saying, Joe, your boy JJAW, he might make this roster. And I have been one to hate on this man a little bit, maybe too much, right? If he's the most talented player, he should make the roster. But I find it hard to believe that. So we're going to talk real quick on why I think Travis Fulgham still makes this roster over JJAW. Let's get into it.
Yeah, fly was flying on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling the Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. And it is time. It is time that I put the hate aside. I'm kidding. I'm gonna still hate on him, but this is when I realistically sit down and say why I feel JJAW, no matter what he did in that last preseason game, no matter what he's been doing in this training camp, why he doesn't belong on this roster. I know a lot of people are going to be like, Joe, just stop. Just give it up. Just give it up. But I can never. But before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are on the road to 3K. We would love for you guys to join the ride. So the first thing I'm going to say is, look, JJAW is a great blocker. I'll give him that. That's one of the best things about him. Last year, or I should say his rookie year, when we had a training camp, when we had preseason and everything, he did the same thing he's doing right now. He flashed a little bit in preseason. He flashed a little bit on one-on-ones, made a couple plays. The coaching staff thought he was going to be great. And what happened? We saw what happened. He was trash. He did absolutely nothing. Second year did absolutely nothing. I don't know why anybody thinks that this year is going to be anything different. I truly feel we saw Travis Fulgham break out. If that's not him consistently, that's still fine. I feel like we know that he can go in any given Sunday, any given game, give you, a quick 5 for 50 yards and a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that out of JJAW. I don't see anyone being nervous about having to guard JJAW. I just don't see it. Travis Fulgham brings you way more. The one thing I will say is JJAW plays special teams, and that's cute. We got a lot of other players that can play special teams. I know that I'm one to say keep depth, but I don't even think he's depth. I throw his draft pick away. Even if he was a 7th round pick, I don't think he would make this roster, and I don't think he should. I'm not there at all the practices. I'm not there at all the, closed practices and walkthroughs. So I don't see him every day. Obviously, none of us do. But I'm not getting hyped off of some preseason catch. I'm not getting hyped because he was the highest ranked player in a game that had the Jets backups, and their starters aren't even that good. So realistically, I'm not looking at that and I'm like, oh, this guy is breaking out this year. Yeah, no. I just don't see it. I know a lot of people are starting to, maybe it's y'all just trolling me because you know how badly I don't want to see him on this team. But a lot of people are starting to say that they are just putting him over Fulgham. I even seen, Hightower over Fulgham, which I don't see anything in Hightower that would, I like Hightower, and if he makes this roster over JJAW, I would understand it because, Hightower can run good routes, also can play special teams. He's faster. He has to work on the point of catch. But realistically, JJAW has not shown me anything football-wise that makes me want him on this roster. There's not one thing that I've seen so far from JJAW in his 3 years with the Philadelphia Eagles that makes me say he might have something. He might have some now, and I know some people are probably gonna try and compare me backing up Andre Dillard to JJAW, and it's a total difference. I think Dillard can be a serviceable backup. I don't see a role for JJAW, and to put him over somebody like Travis Fulgham, who we saw break out. Obviously, he's having a tough camp. He had a tough camp with the I think it was the Panthers before he came to the Eagles. And he had a tough camp there, got cut, came to the Eagles, and he balled out. So maybe he's just a gamer, right? Maybe he's just a gamer. We've heard a lot about, Jalen Hurts struggling in one-on-ones and struggling on, individual drills and stuff like that with consistency and accuracy. he's a gamer, but once that, it's 11 on 11s, once there's another team across from him, his whole mode changes. You know what I'm saying? His whole mode changes. So I see the same thing in Travis Fulgham. I feel like he's just a gamer. He might not practice amazingly, but once he gets in that game, he's going to put on some work. Now, we saw it. We saw it against some good, cornerbacks. I don't care where you stand on Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson is serviceable at the very worst. And Travis Fulgham put some work in on him. Travis Fulgham put some work in on the Ravens cornerbacks, and they're not trash. Their cornerbacks are not trash. I think he did a little something to the 49ers defense, and we know that they're not trash. So my thing is, we have a sample size, even if it's just 1 year, from Travis Fulgham of what he can be for the Eagles. On the other side, we have a sample size of what JJAW has been for the Eagles, and outside of his blocking, and maybe he's better on special teams, I don't know. I personally really don't care. Outside of those two things, I have no idea why he would make this roster over Travis Fulgham or John Hightower. I just don't see it. I just do not see it. If he does make the roster, I hope he plays well. I'm not going to sit here and hate him for the whole season. I'm just realistically not on the train of thought that he deserves a spot on this team. If he does, he does. It is what it is. If he's a Philadelphia Eagle, I'm going to root for him blindly because that's how life goes. But right now, I do not see how anybody can defend him being on this roster. I just can't. And please bring up the preseason to me, because I've been bringing up preseason and how some things look, and you guys poo-poo it. You guys say, oh, that makes no sense because it's only preseason. But if you guys are hype off his preseason, please let me know. Please let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, because I'm gonna do a full 52-man roster tomorrow with Philly Take RB, and we're gonna go over it. But I know wide receiver is gonna be hotly contested, so I wanted to make this quick video. So please let me know. Let me know who your 53-man is. If you want to, drop that in the comments, feel free. But I do really want to know, who do you have? Would you take Travis Fulgham or JJAW? I want to know what your opinion is. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly. And we are out here.
Everywhere, this is for you. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get